This is the What I Need podcast, a shared journey exploring topics of society, spirituality, and even ways of being. Here, we speak freely and fully, from the heart and the conscious mind, in hopes to find what we need. Thank you, for your time is valuable and you could have been anywhere else in the universe. All of you are welcomed and appreciated here.
Okay, so check, test, yes, wonderful. So I wanted to ask a question, kind of in regard to just the emerging and rising of consciousness in this time frame, in this era that we're in. I feel like it's no secret that there are more people doing yoga, more people meditating, more people interested in spiritual practice and chakras, energy medicine during this time. But we still have folks that are doing things the old school way and just getting angry and imparting violence or saying they're gonna beat this person ass or cuss that person out, just constantly, not when it's actually needed or needed. It shouldn't be happening, right? But we still have, and I say it like that because, you know, some of the environments that I have been in, this is literally how people are still talking. This is not a euphemism or anything. Like some people, the more aggressive attitudes still exist in this world that we live in. And when we find such a center of peace, in the words of DMX, y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Up in here.
Yes. I just wonder how do we not fully enter into that moment. You know,
how do we not lose our minds when people around us have lost their mind?
Yeah.
We talked a little bit earlier about everybody has the potential for their highest good.
Potential.
It's in there.
Okay.
It's in there.
You're sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, we have to believe that it is there.
If it's not there, this Buddhism is fake. We talk about the 3,000 realms in a single moment.
Yeah.
So there's like 10 existences or life conditions. Buddhism is one of those 10 life conditions.
Okay.
But within each of those life conditions, the other 9 exist. Right? So they're all connected. Everything. So if I'm having a moment where I'm in my car cussing people out because they're cutting me off in traffic, which the car is my nemesis, my Buddhist nemesis is my car, just so y'all know that.
Okay.
So I spend a lot of time in the world of anger in my car. But just because I'm in that world when I'm driving, the Buddha part, the Buddhism potential still is there. The all of the other realms are still there, even though I'm existing in that realm in that moment.
Yes.
Now, if I stop myself and chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo and understand that person probably just wants to get where they're going to, and I'm overreacting, now I've switched out of that realm of anger and now I'm hitting that enlightenment moment, right?
Yeah.
So it's there.
Nice.
It's always there, right? So the thing to do is to try to get that person to have that be their primary way to operate in that enlightened state for the majority of their way of being. That we have to be compassionate with people.
Yeah.
Because people don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. So, but people who are lashing out and being all the horrible things they're suffering. Okay. You cannot perpetrate bad against people and not be in a bad state yourself. So the compassion comes with seeing them for their humanity and then really wanting their best. The best for them to connect. Right. I'll tell you something. When 45 got elected, now 47, but I was at at Florida Nature and Culture Center, which is like our Buddhist, like a retreat, so to speak. There's like weekend seminars and things like that happen there. We were together one night. There's a group of us in the hot tub talking about this, and they were saying that they were going to chant for this man. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, why would you do that? So what they were chanting for was for someone to come across him with Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, or to help him to connect with his highest self.
Yeah, just
help him. Yes. The church folks be saying, just help him, Lord. You know what I mean? We're just saying,
I think there was
help
prayers
him
going on
connect
over there
with
too.
his highest self. So that's the compassion. That's the compassion, to realize that people that are doing bad things, they're in a bad space and they're suffering.
Okay.
And so you want them to not suffer, so that they stop hurting other people.
And okay. And then perhaps, thank you so much for answering in that way. And then also, if you're very close proximity to that, some people are in relationships. Some people are interacting with folks. Maybe if it's a situation or something where the vibration is not being met, and it becomes our responsibility to kind of separate ourselves, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And that sometimes that can be hard. What could you say about that?
I mean, there's the most famous example of that would be Tina Turner, when she was in that situation. When she started chanting, she got the courage to leave and fight back for her life and then leave the situation.
Yeah.
I think that Buddhism is not an excuse for you to become a punching bag or to be in situations where you're being harmed.
Yeah.
I think if you practice, it'll give you the wisdom to make the right decisions and to open up the circumstances for you to leave.
Right.
I like that. But you have to make the determination, though, right?
Right.
I can determine that if I see you in a situation where I see that the person in your life is doing you harm, I can talk to you about that. But if you haven't made the determination that you want to change that, then I can't change that for you.
Yeah.
But I can chant for you to have the wisdom and the discernment. And I can chant to be compassionate for you however you need to be supported.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we have a small sharing from the quotable Nichiren words for daily living. Show profound compassion for those unable to comprehend the gem of the doctrine. And I think that is something, there's a little bit more beyond that, but I feel like that sentence helps us to realize everybody does not yet know. Right. Common sense ain't common.
Facts.
It's basically what our boy Nietzsche was trying to say, respectfully. Trying to let us know.
Yes.
Like, hey, common sense ain't common, so you're going to have to show them people some empathy and some compassion, because, yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. So I got a call coming in.
Okay.
But thank you so much for that
yes.
sharing.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Let me answer this.